Sati knelt in the soft earth outside her mushroom-shaped burrow. It was the one her father had built with his own hands before he passed. The morning was gentle. She pinched away small weeds and brushed soil from the petals of her flowers, feeling a quiet happiness as her thoughts returned to the coffee house, Zeph's calm presence, the way he knelt beside her when the cup shattered, and how her body had softened without effort. As she worked, Sati noticed something new in herself. How tight she usually was, how often her shoulders stayed lifted, her breath shallow, her heart braced. She realized she carried anxiety like a constant companion, and only now could she feel the difference between tension and ease. Old Fern came walking along the path, her shawl dusted with pollen, her pouch heavy with herbs and poultices and teas. She paused to admire the garden, and her eyes warm with recognition. "Your flowers are thriving," she said gently. Sati smiled, then began to speak. At first slowly, then faster. She told Old Fern about Zeph, about his kindness, his steadiness, how being near him made something inside her quiet. And then the question surfaced, the one she always carried. "I don't know if he feels the same," she said, her voice tightening. Old Fern listened without interrupting. She had seen this pattern before. The reaching, the hope tinged with urgency, the grief beneath it that had never fully settled since Sati's father left the world. After a moment, Old Fern spoke carefully. "Now, child, Zeph is not seeking a partner," she said. "His path changed while he was in the wilderness. You know he nearly died there? In his fever, 2 columns of light appeared to him, and he was shown a deeper calling. When Zeph returned to Milo, he had released the need to be chosen." Sati listened, and she felt the words land, and with them came the familiar ache, another unavailable one, another place her heart had leaned toward, hoping to be held. The sadness rose, heavy and old, and she felt it tighten her chest. Old Fern watched her eyes, but she did not rush to soothe her. Instead, she knelt beside her in the soil. "Child," she said softly, "when your father left this world, your heart learned to reach outward instead of downward. You've been searching for a place to rest that was never meant to be another mouse. Zeph cannot be the ground you are asking for. But you know, he may be showing you a posture you have never learned." Sati's breath slowed as she listened. "To stay with yourself," Old Fern continued, "without being abandoned." The sadness did not disappear, but it no longer turned into panic. Sati noticed her hands in the earth, the steady weight of her body, the flowers still growing. Old Fern rose and adjusted her pouch. "When you think about Zeph," she said, "do not ask whether he will stay. Ask how your body feels when you remember his kind presence. That feeling is what you are learning to grow." At that point, Old Fern walked on, leaving Sati alone in the garden. Sati placed one hand on the soil and one on her chest. The grief was still there, but now it felt grounding rather than consuming. And for the first time, she sensed that love might not be something to secure, but something to learn how to hold gently from within.